made by IMF, parang tinatamaan talaga rito is clerical support. It's got the biggest chunk of, and this is the 14% that 1 out of every 7 jobs might be lost to AI. Clerical support, I don't know exactly how they define clerical support. I suppose what, admin?
Back office work.
Back office work.
I think also includes contact center workers. Everything is like clerical support. I think the bottom line here is there's a conventional wisdom that less developed countries are more into physical labor, so they're not as affected by AI. But the Philippines is kind of an interesting case because we're a service industry.
Yeah.
We have the second largest IT-BPM sector in the world, just second to India. So certainly it's in our best interest to look at how AI will affect us.
Coming in second, I think, is services and sales. Also a big chunk of it affected by AI. And technicians.
Paano yung
surprisingly.
technicians?
Well, there are many kinds of technicians. I think majority here will be anyone operating a computer, so software developers, data analysts. Again, replaceable doesn't mean replaced. You know, the vast majority is augmenting, getting more productivity out of people. I think the other thing we need to also look at is, syempre, these are jobs being sent from the U.S. primarily. 70% of our sector is based on North America. So a lot of it also depends on how the U.S. will send more work. And traditionally, it's been low-level, maybe mid-level jobs. Americans don't want to do that. Send it here. Now it will be a mix, no? Low-level, mid-level, plus AI jobs can potentially be sent to the Philippines.
How about the sales part? I mean, how do we imagine that?
I think sales is generally still going to be human-driven. Maybe the fulfillment of the sale. Because one thing that, because talking to a lot of AI vendors, there's a lot operating in the BPO sector now. I think one clamor pa rin of people taking calls is you want to hear a human voice on the other side of the line. Even if sometimes that human voice is actually AI na. But you crave that, maybe that human connection. That's why in the BPO sector, as early as 2023, the sector has been very proactive. What are those use cases where we can get AI to be implemented? Contrary to kind of the conventional wisdom that call centers are going to get wiped out, the trend is actually anything but. The industry continues to grow. I think on average we were growing at about 8%. Now it's going to be closer to 7%, despite all of these.
So you mean to say that the direction is not streamlining the workforce?
No, it's both. But the thing is, there's a stat we always look at. Out of the total outsourceable jobs, like everything, only about 30% has been outsourced. And that includes India. So there's still a huge demand for these services. I think our challenge now is, do we have the capacity to absorb that work? And with AI, it actually improves capacity. So I think that's it's counterintuitive. Just because you can use AI to automate work doesn't mean you will lessen your headcount. It just means you can grow faster, diba, services-wise.
The menial task you delegate to the
if you do
AI.
it right,
Di lang yun. It's hybrid because AI doesn't just do menial stuff. It also helps you think, brainstorm, write content. So nagiging ano siya. I think our term is AI augmentation rather than AI automation.
But does this mean that there will be a preference for a younger, more technological, adaptive workforce?
That's an excellent point. So of course, there's no free lunch. For this thing to really play out, we need a huge effort to upskill everyone. And it's not just the technical upskilling. Certainly, we need the software developers, AI engineers. But the users of AI also need to know how to operate with AI. You're going to have to change your workflow to include AI in it. There's a common skill now that's becoming popular called prompting or prompt engineering. This is you just prompting AI to get an output. That's not being taught in schools yet, but
you have
in
to ask the
BPOs.
right questions to get the right answer.
Correct. Not just the right questions in the right way.
In the right way.
So
Otherwise, you get the wrong answer. You get sidetracked.
When we were kind of experimenting with the Facebook Messenger AI. We're trying to get images.
Create images.
Oh,
yeah.
but
did you get interesting images?
Yeah, it was quite. But you have to know how to prompt it. Exactly.
Correct. And that actually raises, I talked about ethics earlier. Like, these are general purpose tools. You can ask it to write anything, create any image. So there's now an added challenge. How do you keep them ethical? Don't violate copyright, don't violate privacy, don't do fake news in the case of journalists. I think that's a new problem that